Hello and welcome back to another episode of Factorio. This should be Factorio from Zero to Megabase episode 21. My name is Goody. I hope you enjoy. So we are back here and I did a little bit of work, as you may already able to spot here, because yes, I expanded the train network. Not only that, I also added a few more solars like this, and yeah, actually the train expansion is really big and I really love that we already hit this phase. I know I did it off camera and that is not that fascinating, but it was simply printing down blueprints and building them more or less by hand, because we are not at the point right now that we could paste it and then robots do it. So it was again much manual work, but we will check in that hopefully later down the series. But now we have a little bit of space to operate, and yeah, this is a quarter of the later, hopefully, inner core of the base. So this one here is the middle one city block. This is everything spreads out from here. So here will be our overview with lamps and stuff, and also the storage for the system. And I already brought over all the miscellaneous chests that were scattered around and put in all the stuff that was in there. So we have here wood, stone, lots of coal. Here's one special one that is not linked to the system because I don't need the stuff in there. It's old stuff, old weapons, old armor, nothing that I really need. And then I brought in here this train line, and we bring, here was the train hub before, so now we bring in here in the coal, plastic, the sulfur, and also the iron from here. Because now this one here is actually working and is producing iron plates. And we still need to add the other two smelters, but for now should be good. And also I removed the water here. There's just a little bit left, and so I needed to move the steam, so we put up the steam like here, and I linked the steam to solid fuel, and it gets the solid fuel from here. And also I add a production for solid fuel here with petroleum, because we had so much petroleum, so this now is just working like a charm. And yeah, also, as I said in the last episode, I added most of the stations here to work with logistic train network. And now I'm seeing I'm missing this one. We need to add this station here for that stuff, and then we have here the rocket fuel that needs to brought to the depots right now. But that's actually not the point of today's episode. I think we're gonna start right here. Because we don't have the iron here anymore, I removed also the smelters to have a little bit more space here, because it was a little bit cramped. But we don't have steel now, so that's one problem that we need to change, but I think there is no reason to get further into this one here. So, it's deconstruction time. What I want to do is pack up everything. So I think we start with just putting down those. You grab all of the red. You grab all of the green. So next part is that I need to stop bringing in new material. So we slowly but surely just get rid of everything. I think that's okay. Yeah, let's just use up all the copper here. Or should I simply... Yeah, I think it's easier to cut the iron right there. Cut the copper here. And remove those belts here. That should bring us a little bit more. Now the iron is used up completely. And also we are slowly draining those lines. I let this just simply run and put all the stuff in the chests here. So, next part is, of course, this signs here. So, grab this one, put a thing here. So, what do I cut first? I think we first cut copper and iron. It should drain the stuff, hopefully fairly quickly. And then I also gonna put up those, so we can just pull up this stuff here. Now we're getting rid of all the iron plates fairly quick. You should be out of iron plates already. Yes. Very good. Now this one is using up all the steel. That is also very good. Already able to see that this one here is slowly draining completely. I need also to cut the coal. And I will still produce a little bit of walls. We can use the walls later. And also so we get rid of all that stuff here. So this is running dry as well. Next one is the blue science. I think I'm start cutting off the steel first. And the iron like this. So we are also adding one like here. Putting all of that in. I want to cut this and this. And now this should run dry fairly soon, hopefully. I may want to still let this run for a bit, so we get engines left in the end, hopefully. Because we can use those engines later. I think that will be okay. How are we here? Completely dry already. So switch over to deconstruction tool. Deconstruct this one. This one. And we can deconstruct this part here. Only need single line of power going. So we don't cut off the power completely. Think getting rid of that here. Putting down this power line here. Should be all good. So I don't want any coal. And I also don't want wood. connects up like here. This one is still running for a few moments. Until this one is also dying. Add a little bit of speed. So this was that. You are still going for a few more moments. How is this one here? Not perfect, but slowly dying. Same goes for this one. So, here, what about that? Yeah, I want to get rid of all the modules, because they are so expensive. Not expensive. I don't need them. That was what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, please. Words. Function. So now getting rid of those. Now should see a drain of science like this. Yes, perfect. Why is there a shortage already? I mean... Huh? Oh, because I'm grabbing from... Okay. Yeah, whatever. Not a problem. And I'm thinking that I reconnect this one just for the moment. So we can still produce all that stuff. We can reuse that later. So last one is the yellow science. What products I want to get rid of? I think most of all want to run dry. All the essential stuff, like this. And do I need yellow science at all? I don't think so. But there's another thing I desperately need. This should be fairly easy to build up. You built me robots. And put the robots in a chest. Now we're using up all the robo frames. And the robo frames should use up all the motors and batteries. And it should use up all that stuff. That should work. Hopefully. Okay. This one is nearly dead. Same goes for this one here. Only uses up the last few bits. So I can get rid of this one here. I think also get rid of this one. We don't need this stuff here. So it's using up this. Let's say we are putting in speed modules just for the lols. So I'm using up this stuff here. Grab all of those. Get rid of this. And yes, this is not only a stream of me deconstructioning the whole science part. We are doing, of course, other stuff. But I thought we start with this one here. And maybe I also add some music back in. Because not again. And I realized that I'm not speaking that much right now. And I'm terribly sorry about that. I already removed this stuff here, so I get rid of this. Well, this is hopefully using the rest of that. This one is almost dry. How is this locking? Still working. This one will continue running for a bit. Yeah, I think we can leave this here in a moment. So this should be the last round or second last round. One more, yes. How about those? Two more. Yeah. We are on the finishing line on those. So here, what is also gonna go? We don't need those. So simply cut off those. Grab a little bit more. And now I'm starting a mess of chests down here. And we're later gonna simply move that over to the area I showed earlier with all the other chests. So we don't need rails right now. Get rid of the engines. Putting in everything we don't need at the moment. So I should also cut this one here. Get rid of all the low density structures, just like this. No stacking so ridiculously low. Not even funny. So, what else can I get rid of? This stuff, this. Oh no, this was a little bit much. I want this stuff. Of course, I want all my blueprints. Please give me my stuff back. Thank you. So, I don't need those. Don't need radars right now. Don't need fish right now. Don't need additional one of those. This is a little bit better, I guess. This can go, this can go. Thank you. So using up all the remaining stock here. Only those down here are still working. They are all out of copper. And you are also out of copper, my friend. So, after this one, I can safely get rid of this area. Only need to do this upper part here manually, because I still need the connection of electricity. So we just let this first line here still be present, and then simply do that. More stuff, more fun. And now we're running away from my robots because I need to drop the low density structures in. Now we're moving the remaining parts down here. Perfect. So batteries can stay for the moment. We don't need more of those. So I'm cutting this part, opening up this one, and also getting rid of blue chips, I think. And yeah, this one is already unused to this point here. So let's get rid of this. Up to this point. So now it's using up the remaining stock. And yeah, I unlimit those. Those to produce a little bit more before we also get rid of this for the moment. We're gonna rebuild those fairly soon, hopefully next episode. But not right now. Yeah, also this stuff here is totally done. So put in this stuff. This should run dry fairly soon. Good. Good, 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 good. We are almost out of steel. That's a bummer, but I can't change anything on that. But that's okay. So this one can go as well. So now let's just get some power over here, so I don't need that. Good. You go away. This stuff goes away. Perfect. Inventory is full, of course the inventory is full. Don't need stone right now. So let's go over to the chests here. Put in some of the belts. Don't need the engines, don't need sulfur, don't need walls right now. The rest can stay for now. Now this stuff goes. How is this one? You are out of what? Out of rails. Because rails need steel and the steel is out. Okay. That's okay, I guess. So I'm gonna remove all of that stuff. Up to... I forgot to disconnect this part. Oh yeah, because we are also out of those. Because I'm out of batteries. Reconnect the batteries. Give me some more batteries. So we are still producing a few more robot, but I don't gonna do this stuff here anymore. So I only would like to do another chest. Grabbing all the yellow science. And clear off this part. Is there anything else? This part here is completely dry. There are no more production of electromotors after that last one. Hopefully. Or that last one. Yeah, but... yeah, this part here. This can go there, this can go there. Right, I disconnected the power on the wrong spot. Those are still running, but should be stop running also soon. Yeah, those are the last few, I guess. Now, removing this part here. And I need to clear their inventory again. Don't need this part. Chips should just go away for now. Okay, now let's see. There is one last attempt trying to do this. Oh, yes, they are missing processing units. Well, I could re-add processing units, but I think there is no reasonable way to do that. So we now need to remove this part. And screw up my robots again. So removing this, removing that. Give me all of that stuff. Thanks, robots. Now that this part is done, also able to remove this thing. Just like that. Also, again, lots of low density structures. Go away, low density structures, thank you. Now I can remove this part here as well. those two. Thank you. So now cleaning up some more chest space. We should be now good. Good to go, I would say. The last few motors are now running, doing that stuff. Nice. So what else do I need? I can remove this line here. Oh, I can't. Sorry. Okay, we let this run for a bit more, but I already able to remove this part here. Because there are no more electric motors produced. Also, this part here is hopefully done soon. Yeah, we used up all the steel. You don't need steel. Okay. So I then just cut off this one. So you are using up the remaining batteries, and then you are also done for now. Now able to remove this part here. And again, full inventory. Put in this part here. Few of those. Few of those. Thank you. Then grabbing all of those. Yeah, that was not a smart move. Oh, and we also don't need green chips anymore. Okay, this was that. This part here is done. This is running low. So we can remove this part here. Then we don't need batteries anymore. We don't use blue chips anymore, so I can get rid of this part here. Only red chips are used. So then we also don't get any steel anymore, so I'm gonna remove this part here. And also this will get into the remaining chests and then also removed. I'm gonna do that in between this episode and the next one, so no more removing stuff on this part here. And then we should be able to send a train line. Okay, not completely. But then we are more or less ready to connect these parts up. Yes, next thing I'm also gonna do in between episodes, because it's boring, is copying over this design here for the plates to here. And we then produce here some copper plates. And then on the other side, maybe down here, or no, here on the mirror of that, we're gonna add some smelters for steel. And because it's simply copy and pasting this design here over to there, yeah, I don't see a reason to do that right now, because I would show you how to set it up if we would have robots right now, so I could blueprint them and then it's done, but because I need to manually place most of the stuff, it's not that entertaining. So there is one more thing I want to do in this episode, and this is setting up the overview of the base. Because now we have a few things happening here, and I would like to have a clear overview. So let's go to one producer. So let's go up here to the working smelter. And you may remember this part here. We have here the chests. This chest line is with the red wire connected to this, or with the green wire connected to this pole, sending the signal here in the train station. So it sends, we have 150k of iron plates in here. If you want some, you can grab them here. This is the green signal. But also we have here the red signal line, and this goes up on this side, and then in this electric pole, and then in the network here. And as you can see, we have here red signals showing me exactly what the train network is offering. With leftover cargo. Okay, menu. And let's see you. Sorry about that, but it's the only button I have right now. You had petroleum gas. You came. Is there still the name of the train in the network? No. So crude, no, then that's crude oil. This is light oil. So you came from light oil cracking petroleum gas and brought it to sulfur 1 and had left over. So sulfur 1 is here. And it's full. And it requested, again, sorry for the TeamSpeak. It requested 30k. So why is there leftover? There can only be leftover when this thing here is completely full. What is actually the case? Or just not balanced. The last wagon is empty, but how many is left over? 600 to 600. Okay, so actually the leeway is not enough. That's good to know. So we simply change the threshold. So you now only request, let's say, 20. And you only elect when you are under 60k. When you are under 60k, you request 20. Now, it grabs the stuff. Grab the stuff from here. Is this one set up correctly? I think it is. Or maybe the train station is not correctly set up. Send, yeah. Retrain contents, that was the problem. Because now the pumps hadn't stopped when reaching the 30k, so it was a full wagon, and the full wagon hadn't enough space in it. Because this problem was actually there a few times while testing, and I haven't found the culprit for this problem. Now we know. Good. So, red line is what is in the system, what is physically there. Now I want to add another layer to the system. I want to add a green layer. or the green wire. And for that, I simply need a constant combinator. And I should have here. I'm gonna do that down here now. And what I have on the green is... Now we're gonna use here max weight calculator. All of this. Items per minute. You are outputting 10,800 plates per minute. And also using 10,800 ore. 10,800. So you are using minus 10,800 and putting in the system 10,800 plates. And this is everything I want to know. So now I'm simply hawking this one up to... Yeah, we're gonna bring this over to like here. And hooking it up to the system. Now I see I have a net gain of plates and a minus on ore. And that is because the system now only knows that I'm consuming ore, not that I'm getting ore. And this one here is a tricky thing, because those should produce more, but think I'm limited on belts. But let's see. I'm not sure if max weight calculator is working on miners, but I hope so. So let's just grab all the miners. Yeah, perfect. It's producing 30,260 ore per second. 30,000 to 160. So now I again use a constant combinator. Place it, let's say here. And adding 30,260 iron ore. And now we are connecting this with the green one. And now we're having a total again of 10,000k plates and 2,400 ore that we get on top of that. And what that is telling us is basically, when I build up the system, with each city block, I then add what is it consuming per minute and what is it adding per minute. So we then have an overview, hopefully with the green channel, of what we may need to scale up. So if I'm producing now green chips and adding those to the green circuit network, I would grab the plates of copper and iron and add the green chips, and then when the plates are going to a minus value, I would know, okay, we don't have enough smelters at the moment, let's add some smelters. And then I would maybe hit the problem of, okay, now I have the smelters, but I don't have the mining capacity to get all the ores for those smelters. And then I would add another ore patch. And so with this system, we then would always know what we're getting, what we're needing, and where our bottleneck is. And this is hopefully the way this base will work. And now I'm only heading down here to our hub situation thingy. And looking on the time, no, we're gonna do that maybe next episode. because it's not that important. Yeah. I think we're gonna end this episode right now. So, what we did today is removed a lot of stuff here. The rest will be removed in between episodes. And I also talked a little bit about circuit networks. And this was basically an episode of how we're gonna Megabase efficiently. Next episode we hopefully do a little bit more. So, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoy, and if you do so, maybe consider subscribing, maybe click the like button, leave a comment, show me that you like what I'm doing here. But for now, thanks for watching, and I see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.